Next, we will proceed to the consigned goods. So what is a consignment? So consignment is a method of marketing goods in which the owner or the consignor transfers physical possession of certain goods to an agent called as a consignee who sells them on the owner's behalf. So this is the case wherein you have certain goods but you're not the one who's going to sell them pero ibili nimo na siya to another person. And katong gibili na nimo, siya ang consignee, nya ikaw nga nagbilin, ang tawag nimo is consignor. So the consigned goods here would be included in the consignor's inventory. Kinsa ganining consignor, so mo na siya tong nagbilin. Okay? So na siya ang nagbilin sa goods. So even if gibili na nimo na siya sa laing person para ibaligya para nimo, di pa man sure nga mahalin na tanan. So, even if ibalik ni consignee ang imuhang goods or wala niya nahalin na tanan, katong goods nga tuan ni consignee, i-appeal gihapon nimo sa imuhang inventory. Kay uli man po na ni consignee. Freight and other incidental costs of transferring consigned goods to the consignee are part of the cost of the consigned goods. Okay? Again, those freight and handling charges on goods out on consignment is part of the cost of the consigned goods. Repair costs for damages during shipment, storage, and other maintenance costs are considered as expenses. The consignee here will record the consigned goods through a memo entry only. So, kung nanatay gibilinan, wala dili ta magamaog journal entry, but this will be recorded as a memorandum entry only. Description lang siya nga there is a consignment and to whom you consigned it, what are the goods, how much are the goods. So, mao na siya ang memo entry. Igura nimo i-describe unsa man to nga transaction. No journal entry on consignment pag-consign. Pero na ay entry kung marimit na ang halin adtong consign nga goods. So, for example, a consignee sells consigned goods for 100,000. The amount is remitted to the consignor less commission of 15,000 and advertising of 2,000. So the journal entry on the consignor books would include cash 83,000, then you have commission 15,000, and then debit advertising 2,000 and credit sales 100,000. So again, this is on the side of the consignor. Mag-entry lang during the remittance or collection of the sales of the consignee. So sa books na siya ni consignor ha, so katong nagbilin kung mahalin. So the consigned goods here are recorded by the consignor by means of a memo entry. And again, since it's part of the inventory of the consignor, so wala tay himuon nga journal entry to identify the goods that are consigned. Only memo entry lang ang gamon. Then there are also other purchase or sales arrangement besides the consignment, besides those ordinary nga sales transaction. And then how do we treat them? So these are additional information on other forms of purchase or sales arrangement. So we have the inventory held or sold under financing agreements. Okay, so ownership here is normally not transferred when inventories are used as a collateral security for a loan. So for example, ang gigamit nimo nga collateral para pautangon ka sa financial institution kay imong inventory. So kung igora na siya nimo gihimong collateral, so that's treated as a pledge, you're still the owner of the inventories. So wala pa'y transfer of ownership. Therefore, the inventory remains in the borrower or the pledger's inventory. Okay? Then, retention of legal title under installment sale. So, a seller is not precluded from transferring ownership over an inventory sold in an installment sale where possession is transferred to the customer but the seller retains legal title. So this is what we have what I have mentioned previously, katuwid ng exception to the legal test. So, pwede ang seller iyahang i-transfer ang ownership even if installment sale siya, pwede po nga dili niya i-transfer ang ownership. But diba, gi-mention ako ganiha nga, it's a okay lang ang or accepted na siyang accounting procedure kung i-record nato siya as part of the inventory of the buyer. Okay? So, pwede siya nimong i-record as inventory of the buyer. So, in such case, the inventory is excluded from the seller's inventory and included in the buyer's inventory. Then we have the bill and hold arrangement. So it is a contract of sale under which the seller bills the buyer for goods sold, but the seller retains physical possession until the goods are transferred to the buyer at a future date. So if you can recall our lesson in the revenue from contracts with customer, di ba? In a bill and hold arrangement wherein here, even if nga wala pa na deliver ang goods, pero tungod kay ang buyer man ang nag-instruct nga ayaw sa ipadala kay basin wala pa siya kabutangan sa goods or na pa siya other reasons, basta di ba pag bill and hold ang requirement ana niya is dapat ang customer ang nag-initiate. So in here, ang physical possession na remains sa seller. Okay? But the goods are already billed to the buyer. The goods sold under a bill and hold sale are excluded from the seller's inventory. Again, even if nga ang physical possession na paghihapon sa seller kay wala pa man gi-release, gi-hold pa man. But since it's already billed to the customer and this means kung gibill na siya, ang manag-iya na ani is ang buyer. Therefore, it will be included in the buyer's inventory at the time of sale when title passes to the buyer and he accepts the billing, provided that the reason for the bill and hold arrangement must be substantive. For example, it's the buyer who requested the arrangement. The product must be identified separately as belonging to the buyer. The product currently must be ready for physical transfer to the buyer. Ready na siya para i-padala. And the seller does not have the ability to use the goods or direct them to another customer. Then we also have the layaway sale. So, sa man ng layaway, so it's common sa mga jewelries, kanami ng mga pawn shop. So, na layaway nga sale. So, it's a type of sale in which goods are delivered only when the buyer makes the final payment in a series of installments. So this would be different from irregular installment wherein goods are delivered to the buyer at the time of sale. This one is dili pa i-release ang item to the buyer. Unlike katong bitang installment, kay pwede man nga for example, di ba katong sa installment kada bitang mo palit ka from for example sa do exam, di ba? Nangutang ka og refrigerator, so on installment. So ang refrigerator mahatod na sa inyo ha. Okay? And then tagaan na ka og invoice adto pero magsige pa kag bayad. Sa layaway sale is magsige kag bayad pero ang item nga imong gipalit is wala pa nimo nakuha. Okay? So na remain siya dito sa seller. So the goods sold under a layaway sale are included in the seller's inventory until the goods are delivered to the buyer. And kanus ara man na siya ma-deliver only at the final installment. Okay, kung mubayad na si buyer sa final installment. However, when significant payments have already been made, the goods may be included in the buyer's inventory provided delivery is probable. But usually, di pa dyan na siya i-release kung wala pa dyan siya na fully paid. If you like this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated with the latest video lessons. Thank you for watching!